Hello, tribe. Thanks for coming back to tune in and chat with Travelinista. Today, I'm going to be coming to you guys extending a partial review that I started on Instagram about TAP Air Portugal. And so, if you're not familiar with TAP Air Portugal, they are an international airline. I believe they're based out of Lisbon, Portugal, but they happen to have a few different flights that are now coming into Dulles. I'm not sure about you guys' local airlines, but for me, TAP Air has shown up a couple of times, and I was just like, I wonder about this airline because it's not a popular airline that I have tried before, such as Qatar Airlines, Iberia, American Airlines, the more popular airlines that travel internationally from the States. And so this time around, when my birthday was coming up and I was looking for flights to Morocco, TAP Air had the best flight considering all of the other flights. And so I was trying to ask around like, hey, has anyone flown them before? Just trying to kind of get an idea about what this flight or this airline per se would offer, and no one had done it. So as you guys' travel bestie, I said, all right, I'm going to go check them out. I'll take one for the team and see what this airline has to offer. So my first concern with them being based out of Lisbon was, oh my goodness, like, are they going to be speaking Spanish? I speak un poquito español, right? Just a tiny bit. So I was like, if we get on this flight and they're speaking Spanish, I am going to be SOL. However, all of my thought processes about it being a challenging experience was put to bed when I got on the plane. So first things first, I actually, because it was an expensive flight, I wanted to fly business or first class. Now, TAP Air does not, I repeat, does not offer first class, but their business class takes the place of first class because that is the highest class seat that they offer on their international flights. So they have the seat, that turns into a bed in their business class. And so originally when I bought my ticket to Morocco, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. My flight round trip with the one layover was only 600, I believe it was like $630, which is actually very, very, very economical in my opinion anyway, for going to Africa from the United States, particularly Dulles. So I was very happy with that price point. However, something very important to note about TAP, whether you purchase a business class seat or a regular economy seat, you are going to have to pay for your bags. And that was something that I would say was a con to booking with TAP, because all of the other international airline flights that I have taken, first and second bag carry-on is included in the price. And so I would have to go ahead and review them as not being like the best airline for including your baggage. However, aside from that, that $630-ish flight was an amazing price point. And again, like I said, I knew I wanted to do business class. And so what I did also know was that the business class flights at that time were in the thousands. And I may look rich. I may be on my way to being rich, but I'm not rich yet. So when I saw those flight prices in the thousands for business class, I was like, absolutely not. But traveling needs a hack. And if you are a traveler, you should already know this. When you are looking to purchase a business class or first class seat, you do not go and purchase that seat in the beginning unless you are rich, okay? And you just want to give your money away to the airline, because what generally happens is when you're getting close to the day of departure, within about 24 to 48 hours, they are going to start to lower those prices on business and first class because they want to sell those seats. And if they haven't gotten anyone to bite those astronomical prices, then they're going to try to give it to the highest bidder. And in the case of TAP Air Portugal, that's exactly what happened. So some airlines, such as American, I know for a fact, you can actually call or they'll send out an email that tells you what the current going rates are for your flight within that 24 to 48 hour period for a first class or business seat. However, TAP did not offer that. Their email stated that if you would like to bid for an upgrade, please download this specific app. Now, this app is called Seat Boost. I had never heard of Seat Boost prior to flying with TAP. However, I followed directions, which I do so well, if I must say so myself, and I downloaded the app Seat Boost because I wanted to take my chances to bid for a better seat. Now, remember when I told you guys that the business class flight started at over $1,000 for this flight? This same business class seat, and when I went to the app to bid, the bidding started at $600. So that is almost, well, actually that was half because it wasn't just $1,000, it was over $1,000. So that is half of what I would have paid if I would have jumped the gun and bought the ticket at the original price. So I went ahead and I entered the bid. Now, with Seat Boost and bidding, it's a bidding war, or can become a bidding war. So I literally was just praying. And when I say I was praying, y'all, I was praying that no one else wanted to follow directions and that I would be the only person that was bidding for this seat. Now, as fate would have it, I was in line checking in to my TAP Air Portugal flight the day of departure, and I heard this guy next to me checking in asking the customer service rep if there was any available upgrades. And a lot of us do that. I've done that with other airlines. However, with TAP, again, reading is fundamental, because had he downloaded the app, he would have known that there was already a bid happening for the first class or business class seat rather. He was told no upgrades were available. Now, if I didn't really want my seat that bad, I would have told him that he could have entered the bid because there was still time. The bidding doesn't close till I think about maybe the bidding closes for the ticket around the same time that they're about to start boarding process. So a part of me, a very teeny tiny part of me was going to say, hey, I know they just told you no, there were no upgrades available, but that is not true. There are upgrades available, but you would have had to have the app downloaded to enter the bid. So guys, when you're trying these new different international airlines, be sure to read the emails, call, ask questions, because had I not read my emails, I wouldn't have known that upgrades were available, and I would have been just like that guy who literally was pretty much begging prior to us taking off to pay whatever price for a flight. When if he would have read, he would have known that he could have bid, but he did not. So I won. I won the bid. I won the seat. And I was able to do that going and coming. So overall, my experience with TAP Air, like I said, they definitely are based in Lisbon. So there was a lot of Spanish as the first language. However, they did have English flight attendants that spoke in English throughout the entire flight. The flight attendants were very nice. The food that was offered in business class actually was not that bad. And the cool thing about TAP is that their menu comes from local chefs in Portugal. They change their menu out. I believe it's every month and feature a local chef and restaurant. And I think that's pretty unique. So the food actually was edible. I believe I had a pasta, so go check out the videos that we have. You get to see exactly what I had and exactly what this flight looked like. Now, even with all the great things that I've said about TAP Air Portugal, if I want a more luxurious experience, If I want a private pod that's closed off and I don't have anyone sitting next to me, or just more space to stand up and move around or move about in my first class or business class area, that's going to be an Emirates flight that you're looking for. TAP did not offer that. However, what they offered was good enough for me, because for Travelinista, it's most important that I can lay down, because I can't fall asleep on flights sitting straight up. So yeah, I would give TAP Air Portugal 6.5, 7 out of 10. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the experience. However, the planes did appear to not be the most modern. And as I stated, they did not offer first class, so there were no options to have like private pods or like those private rooms that you guys may have seen that certain airlines do offer. And a lot of their TVs and remotes and even their mechanisms to control the seating just seemed a bit antiquated compared to some of those other airlines. But you get what you pay for. So that $630 that I paid initially, and even the additional $600 that I paid for the upgrade, it was what it was, right? So just keep in mind that even though it is business class with TAP Air Portugal, it's not going to be as luxurious as it would be for some of those other airlines that we choose here. So check out the video. We're going to have much more information regarding TAP Air Portugal's airline experience. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please, please, please drop them below. I truly appreciate you guys for coming back. See you next time.